want to turn to sort of each of you for any final closing remarks that you have for our attendees, something you really want, that nugget you want them to leave with. And I'll turn to each of you. We have about 4 minutes for these closing remarks. But one other question that's come in, and I know we covered this with Izzy and Robert, on the dramatic increase in AI over the last 5 years. Even just one little bullet on why you think that is. Maybe incorporate that in the closing remarks if you wish. But again, we want to just wrap up now with your final key takeaways. Robert, I'd like to start with you.
Yeah, I think I touched on it during my lecture section. Probably the three things that caused an increase recently in all of AI has been the success of the deep learning in actual products that we deal with, like Alexa, Google Home, and other voice-activated activities are all controlled by deep learning neural networks. The second one is the availability of large amount of data due to the internet. And the third one is the technologies that allow you to develop some of these systems, like TensorFlow has been a popular tool that makes it so that certain types of artificial intelligence can be created fairly efficiently as software products can be done, which is not always that easy.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Robert. And Izzy, I'd like to turn to you now. Any final thoughts you have? Any closing remarks you'd like to make?
Sure, happy to. Just like Rich mentioned, I think really the takeaway here is, from the litigator's perspective, what is coming down the pipe in terms of issued patents, and, what you're seeing in terms of disclosure, and, what are the warrants and how easy is it to sort of defang those patents. I think it's really important, and I think we all agree, to make sure that, patent applications that you are filing and any patent protection you're seeking, you're working with the right people who are really doing the deep dive into the technology, people like Robert, who are able to really understand it and to, write an application that is fully enabling and is detailed and is strategically directed to get through the patent office, and then also to be useful when it is, if it is eventually litigated. So I think that's a really important aspect. The other aspect is AI has really opened up the potential for trade secret protection. And also under copyright, again, there are all sorts of different things you can do to protect yourself, not just with patents, but, different portions could be parceled out, and trade secret and copyright protection, and also contractual agreements too. So IP has just become sort of really interesting, I think, all different facets of IP when it comes to AI.
Excellent. Thank you so much again. Great presentations. And final closing remarks. Richard, do you have any final words you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I think the bottom line is this is a gold rush. There's so many people moving into this space that there's going to be heavy litigation coming down the pike in 5 years, if not sooner. So don't be complacent. Really think hard about the IP that you're getting and about the products that you're releasing, and try and do your best. I think attending conferences like this probably puts you way ahead of the game. If you go back and check the contracts you're issuing and think a little bit more deeply about the patents that you're getting, you'll be far ahead of the game, because this is going to be an issue, and it's going to drive a lot of litigation soon. So stay focused and keep on top of these issues.